You know, for decades, the Bermuda Triangle has been one of the world's most terrifying legends, right? It's this place where ships and planes just vanish without a trace. But what if I told you a recent scientific breakthrough might have finally solved the mystery?
So, what if the secret to all those strange disappearances, all the legends, and the whole mystery isn't some supernatural force? What if it's something happening deep beneath the ocean floor? Yeah, that's the fascinating possibility we're going to dive into right now.
Okay, so first things first, let's get our bearings. The Bermuda Triangle, it's this area right here in the North Atlantic. You can see it forms a triangle between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. And its whole reputation for these unexplained events, well, that really blew up back in the 1950s. All right, so to really appreciate this new science, we've got to go back. We need to look at the mystery it's trying to solve. Let's dive into some of the famous cases that really built this legend. So the story really kicks into high gear with two huge events. First, way back in 1918, you have the USS Cyclops just gone. Then, fast forward to 1945, and an entire squadron of military planes, Flight 19, vanishes into thin air. By the 1950s, you've got books and articles everywhere, and these events, they're not just incidents anymore. They're a global phenomenon. And that Flight 19 case? It is absolutely baffling. I mean, we're talking about 5 U.S. military planes on a routine training mission. Their last radio messages were just confused, disoriented, and then nothing, silence. And get this, to this day, not a single piece of wreckage from any of those 5 planes has ever been found. And the USS Cyclops, wow, that was a massive naval tragedy. Think about it. Over 300 people were on that ship when it vanished near the Caribbean. It never sent a distress call. It left no debris. There were no survivors. It's like it just disappeared from the face of the earth. So for years, that's pretty much where the story ended. Just a total mystery. But now, a brand new deep-sea discovery is completely changing how we see this notorious stretch of ocean. Okay, check this out. A really groundbreaking study published in a journal called Geophysical Research Letters has just revealed the first ever detailed map of what's going on geologically deep under the triangle. And this isn't speculation, This is solid science based on years and years of seismic data they've collected from the area. And what they found, it totally changes our view of the ocean floor there. See, geologists used to think there were just 4 standard layers under the seafloor. Pretty normal stuff. But this new data, it reveals a 5th layer, something nobody knew was there. It's a layer of lighter rock, and it's actively pushing the entire seafloor up. And this is happening even millions of years after all the volcanic activity was supposed to have stopped. Okay, so a new rock layer is pushing the ocean floor up. You might be thinking, so what? What does that have to do with planes and ships vanishing? Well, as it turns out, everything. This is where all the pieces of the puzzle finally start to click into place. This rising seafloor, it basically sets off a crazy chain reaction. First, it messes with the normal flow of the ocean currents. That disruption can suddenly create massive rogue waves, or these powerful swirling whirlpools called eddies, totally capable of pulling a ship off course or even dragging it under. But that's not all. At the exact same time, this deep sea activity causes these rapid, totally unpredictable changes in the weather right above it, creating violent localized storms that just pop up out of nowhere. So here's the real kicker. It's this one single geological thing that's creating 2 totally different kinds of danger. It explains how ships could be lost to these sudden, monstrous waves, and how planes could be lost after running into violent, unexpected storms that would just wreck their navigation and communication systems. And just like that, with this one discovery, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle is finally moving out of the world of myth and superstition and into the world of science. So as science finally pulls back the curtain on one of the world's greatest legends, it kind of leaves us with an even bigger question. We've pretty much solved the Bermuda Triangle, but it makes you wonder, what other incredible secrets are still down there waiting to be discovered in the vast unexplored depths of our oceans?